No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number one wrestling podcast on
Pornhub.
I am your host, the quintessential stud muffin of podcasting, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here with the Pornhub Poppy, Daddy Delgado, the Sultan of Spit or Swallow. My friend Vince.
That is home, Matt. That is home.
How you doing, man?
I've been all right. Fun week of wrestling. There's been some good. There's been some bad. I don't know if I can tell, but I think I have like a sore throat that I've been battling for the last couple days. So aside from that, I've been good, man. How about you?
I have not deep-throated strap on, so I'm doing good.
I'm gonna need you to stop putting narratives out there, fake narratives out there.
I mean, we don't know if it's true or fake. You can say it's fake all you want. Why are there only wieners on your screen? Don't worry. It'll be probably mostly wieners, but a taco next week as well.
It'll be a melting pot next week. It'll be a whole buffet.
Why do you have your sneakers in your living room?
Oh, because those are Melissa's sneakers and mine, and we're trying to display them. We're trying to like balance it out, like have sneakers, bottom have Funkos, but we haven't had a chance to do that. Specifically me.
Will's here too. Look at everyone just showed up, and they're all over on.
They're over on twitch.tv/Croatia World. Where the fuck is it?
There you go. That is correct. Where, if you guys have a Amazon Prime account, you have Prime Gaming that offers you a bunch of cool shit if you're a gamer. Me as a Pokemon Go fan, they released some shit for that. They've got some Diablo 4 stuff coming that I'm looking forward to, but you also get a free Twitch subscription every month. One that costs you absolutely nothing that you can give to anybody.
Give it to us.
Or you can give it to Will over at Botch Spots and Chair Shots. Give it to your favorite Twitch streamer who can accept them. But we would appreciate it. Throw those our way. Amazon doesn't need that money. They get plenty of money every day from me, Vince, from Melissa, from Kate. They're good.
Yeah.
So throw a little bit back our way because my wife spends a lot on Amazon. I could use some of that money back. You could also watch us on YouTube. Anyone over there on YouTube? YouTube.com/Creation World.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't even have to have a Prime account to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, or as we like to say, flick that bean up top. Get notified every time we go live for all of our shows, whether it's the Creation Conversation, which happens every day at noon, Monday through Friday, Smackin It Raw, getting off, for your horror content, roughly every 2 weeks. Travis should be uploading the Pornhub exclusive watch along of the Scream Triple X parody that we did hopefully over the weekend. You can find that because we are the number one everything on Pornhub when it comes to podcasts at pornhub.com/model/creation world.
Exactly. Everywhere.
Woo. Oh, we got a new follow from Too Sweet Pod. Thank you, Too Sweet Pod.
Appreciate you guys. Too sweet me, bro.
We got some news and rumors. Kind of, sort of, a little bit. A couple things.
I have a feeling you're going to mention one specific thing that Katie didn't want you to mention on Shalit.
It's news. One thing that Katie did mention on Shalit was that Big Time Rush had a baby girl and did not name it Tom Sawyer. But congratulations to Rush and his wife.
Congrats.
Also, Rev Theory released a 2023 version of Randy Orton's theme song Voices. that I saw, which has got everyone thinking this is what Randy Orton's going to come back to. I don't know if it's. I saw it on Twitter. I listened to it. It sounded a little different. I'm assuming it was a real thing.
Really? Might have to check that out on Spotify.
And
actually, it's real.
As Vince said, everyone's favorite mommy over on Monday Night Raw, your WWE World Women's Champion or Women's World Champion. Yeah, I think it's Women's World Champion.
Women's World Champion.
Rhea motherfucking Ripley went to her Instagram and shared a little part of what it's like to be a Rhea with the rest of us. And when you are Rhea, when you are mommy,
yes,
apparently all of those sick IWC boys that want to call you mommy send you all sorts of dirty things, including screenshots or pictures of their screen with a picture of you on it, and it's a cum tribute. Like they jacked off on their phone to a picture of Rhea and then took a picture of that and sent it to her, and yeah, it's cum tribute.
My whole thing was just like, did she knew what the fuck she was retweeting? Did she knew that, or was it like by happenstance?
Oh, shit, listen. There is no way she didn't know that.
Well, then why take it down?
Then
why take it down? Because she took it down.
Probably because of the response or the, oh shit, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Maybe she was drunk when she posted it. Who knows?
Who knows?
It's like, this will be funny. And then she sobered up and was like, oh, fuck, that was a terrible idea.
Could be. I like to believe she didn't knew what the fuck it was until afterwards and everyone pointed it out. And then she's like, yeah, no, let me take that shit out.
Katie, Allison, you're in the chat. When you saw that picture, did you know what it was?
I've never
without having to be told.
I never understood that concept though. Like, why ruin your fucking screen on your phone, laptop, or whatever? That seems like, and then the cleanup afterwards, like, it's like who does all that?
Listen, if I had my way and I didn't think we'd get in trouble for it, that would be the thumbnail this week,
bro.
No,
I wouldn't co-sign it. I wouldn't co-sign it. You'd be on your own for that one. Well, Will sends Matt one daily, but that's different. That's with consent.
I mean, you can wipe your phone screen off. Most phones have a fucking glass protector over the screen now anyway, Vince. You're not ruining your phone screen. You can clean the motherfucker.
I don't know. I just don't like cleaning that.
Have you ever come anywhere in your house other than into a tissue or Melissa?
No.
You've never got any on the bed sheets. You've never it's never ended up anywhere but directly where you planned.
Well, if it ever gets on the bed sheets, I just take off the bed sheets and change the bed sheets.
You clean them, right?
Yeah, but not by
you don't
design.
Throw them away. They're not ruined because you came on your fucking bed sheets.
But I'm not actively going out of my way to ruin my bed sheets. That's what I'm saying.
What's up, Joss?
I like
it's
how
not sex if you're not wiping fluids off the ceiling. I agree.
I suppose. Or a cat. Wait, what? Hold up. Time out.
Okay.
Time out. I think we
let's say you're with a nice young lady, right? And things get hot and heavy, Vince. And you realize, hey, I'm Daddy Delgado and I don't wear protection. Or I don't have any. Because we know that you don't. We've talked about this.
Can't put that narrative out.
But you don't want to leave a deposit at the bank, right?
Okay.
So what do you do with it? Face, back, chest, somewhere on her, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with it when you're done?
Well, after that,
you get a towel, you clean it up, right?
Yes. You
wipe it off.
Courtesy. It's common courtesy.
Yeah. Why is that any different than a phone screen?
I don't know. Will says I shoot blanks. It doesn't matter.
I agree. I don't know why people have the audacity to send stuff
anywhere but
like
the hair
or post it. No, you felch it like a good boy. Do you know what felching is?
No. I thought we had this conversation before, and I forgot the description and definition of it.
Felching is when you make a deposit in the back of the bank.
Okay.
And then it out.
Oh, I remember that. Hell no. No, that's not my cup of tea. Just says he doesn't have any hair, so there's no worry there. Well, I guess there's no worry for Matt either. You know, he doesn't have hair up there either.
I like that Allison was all like anywhere but the hair.
Open
canvas.
Just let your artistic creativity run amok.
It's going to be Saturday night. Will's going to paint the town red and paint someone white.
Oh
tomorrow.
my god.
I did too. That's why I've got a daughter. We can move on from this though. Vince,
yes.
It's that time.
Daddy newsy time?
No, it's not newsy time. Spit or swallow.
Spit or swallow. Okay. So I think I'm going to start off with probably the biggest swallow of the last week. Granted, we're counting this from like the last time we recorded till now. And that is the return of CM Punk on AEW Collision. I'm going to swallow the entire episode of Collision because it was fantastic. It doesn't have to do anything with the fact that I was there. But it did up my experience factor. But Punk's promo at the beginning of the episode was fantastic. The six-man tag match was actually great. And you know me, I'm not a fan of six-man tag matches just being thrown together. But this one, I was all for it. You know, the Bang Bang Bros, you had Samoa Joe, you had FTR, you have CM Punk. It was a great match. So, yeah, swallowing CM Punk's return. And then, you know, he made the run-in on Dynamite on Wednesday. So, swallowing CM Punk.
FT Punk versus Joe and Bullet Club Gold. And not just that. We got Punk coming out in opening Collision with a promo. He is the one true Bill in a business full of counterfeit bucks. The king is back, baby. Boo me, cheer me. You do it because you know I'm right and the truth hurts. I'm sorry that the only people softer than you are the wrestlers that you like, is what he said to fans expecting an apology from him. And that he earned the title because he won the match, not because he had the best match.
Yeah, correct. Just to answer Jesus' question here, I like Battle Royals because it's a bunch of a clusterfuck of a bunch of different personalities in there. But I don't like six-man tags because I think they get overdone a lot as main events for a wrestling show. You know, like, okay, yeah, like I made an exception because, you know, of the people involved. But if Collision consistently has six-man tag matches as their main events, I'm gonna start spitting that. So it's just like once in a while it's fine. But yeah, aside from that, yeah. I don't know. I just like the unpredictability of a battle royal. I like people being tossed over the top rope.
Will, I need permission to make a kind of dark humor joke real quick. So
I think you should send him the dark humor joke in person.
No, because if I send it to him, it won't be fun. I need to ask him, and then it'll be fun when he said yes. It's spicy because of the chemo.
Ooh.
It was cooked real well.
Well then.
I'm sorry, Will.
Spit or swallow.
Hopefully left. You're asking me spit or swallow? I'm swallowing Wardlow losing the TNT title to Luchasaurus. I know it is the hot potato title. I know Christian cost Wardlow the title with the camera. I am just happy to see Luchasaurus, and I know Travis was when I told him that it happened too, win a singles belt finally in AEW, and carry around that TNT title. I think it's going to look good on him. Will laughed, Allison laughed. I'm okay.
Exactly. I'm right there with you. I'm also swallowing that as well, but I'm swallowing it for different reasons. I'm swallowing it because Christian cheated to help Luchasaurus get the title off of Wardlow, and then he celebrated like he won the goddamn championship. That shit made me laugh. I was literally right there with my sister watching this whole thing unfold. I'm like, yes, this shit's fucking ridiculous. It's over the top, and I love it. You know, I'm a big Christian guy. He's one of my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time, and I just like it. So like anything positive for him, I'm gonna root for it. And then, you know, Luchasaurus, a dinosaur, is my TNT champion, and I'm happy with that.
So if you're eating pineapple while doing chemo, is that like sweet and sour chicken?
Oh my god.
All right, we're done with that.
Okay.
I had to. I'm sorry. No, I was happy for the Luchador Dinosaur getting his first title, singles title, because he did have the tag titles, but I was a singles guy anyway.
Yeah.
Vince, spit or swallow.
Okay, I'm gonna stay on Collision, and I'm gonna swallow. Oh my god, I can't stand them.
Who is? Oh yeah, Scottie Pippen's wife.
Yeah. Actually,
you know what? Justin to make my show about fucking basketball.
Actually, you know what? Let me pivot back over to SmackDown.
Now we're making fucking basketball jokes. Let me pivot.
See, that wasn't on purpose. You're the one that's calling it out.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna pivot on over to SmackDown, and I'm gonna spit Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler getting those tag titles over Isla Dawn and Alba Fyre. The way they lost too, I didn't like the double submission thing at the end. It's like you could have built up these two women. You brought them up. They've only done like maybe squash matches on SmackDown. Then their first big program is a title unification match, and they lose it. So you called them up with the titles just to have them lose it to Ronda and Shayna, and then immediately, no pun intended, pivot to a new feud with Raquel Rodriguez and the returning Liv Morgan. So yes, I'll swallow Liv Morgan returning, but I'm gonna spit like that. This is where the women's tag team scene is going. Raquel and Liv versus Shayna and Ronda. And I knew Ronda and Shayna were probably gonna win, but I don't know. It didn't feel like the right decision to me. Go ahead, Matt.
Hard disagree. We all knew Ronda and Shayna were winning this. If you had any misconceptions that
I knew it.
Okay, so first and foremost, let me just say I have been calling them Team Fire Crotch. However, between them and Disco Ninja Sex Party over there, which we will talk about in a little while, maybe next if I feel frisky enough. They're the two best women's tag teams that we have, hands down, period, in the WWE. Alba and Isla are fantastic. So I'm going to put a little respect on their name. I am no longer calling them Team Fire Crotch. They are now Fyre with a Y, like Alba, and Desyre with a Y, because why the fuck not?
Wait.
Yes, that was so. Yeah, it was, and it doesn't fucking matter because we're spelling it different, and it suits them better than it ever did Mandy and Sonya.
All right.
Fyre and Desyre 2.0 if it makes you happy. Whatever. I'm calling them Fyre and Desyre now.
All right.
I'm swallowing because despite the fact that we all knew they were going to lose, so there's really nothing to like bother me about that. I didn't expect them to win going in. They put on a really fucking fantastic match. Like they really did. They killed it. Their tag team wrestling is on point, and we got the return of Liv Morgan looking like Baby Spice from the Spice Girls in those big platform heels and the furry jacket and the blonde bangs. I'm good.
I guess. I mean, like I said, I knew they were going to win.
Hell no what?
Hell no. I don't know.
Probably. Come on, Katie. You like her. That's probably why.
Or the fact that Will said Katie's waiting for Ronda versus Raquel tag team.
Yeah, that could be.
No. No, but yeah, look, I knew Ronda and Shayna were probably going to retain because he just got the main WWE Women's Tag Team titles, so they weren't going to have them drop those so soon in their first title defense, essentially. I don't know. It's just disheartening, personally, because there's Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn are a much better tag team. They have a cool tag team finisher. They have a great entrance. They have the chemistry. And Shayna and Ronda just aren't hitting for me. And I've always been a proponent of that tag team. I said that that's what they should do with Ronda, is put her in the tag team with Shayna, but it hasn't been hitting, especially when they come out to fucking Ronda's theme song. And just, I feel like it discredits Shayna's intensity.
Now that because Katie and I talked about this on Wednesday, now that I've discussed what fantastic wrestlers these women are, I need to pivot real quick. Jesus fucking Christ, Isla Dawn. I don't know what it is about her, but god damn, maybe it's just I love crazy chicks. Liv is cute, Shotzi a little crazy, Alexa Bliss does.
Yeah, but thing for Abaddon,
Gigi Abaddon, yeah, and dude, but fucking Christ, Isla Dawn, holy shit.
No, I saw the GIF. I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. I concur. I concur.
I don't think she had them when she walked out. Maybe I imagined bangs because she looked like Baby Spice. Because I sent Vince a picture. I don't think she had bangs with them. I need to know how Will can be like fuck Gunther and fuck Kaiser because of the gimmick that they do, which is kind of like that. But then be like, yay, Zachary Wentz, who dressed up like the most evil dude in history.
And that's a good question for Will, and only Will can answer that.
I yes and no. I
Paige,
found
Saraya.
Yeah, no, definitely Paige. I found AJ to be kind of adorable, like her whole presence. And I like the socks thing too. Like I like thigh highs, knee highs, stuff like that. So I
Yeah,
guess
that's one of my weaknesses, to be honest with you.
I would love an explanation. We have met him, and he's not that dude. He's actually super nice. I mean,
I've met him, and he's not
like
that
dude. Also, he looks like Trailer Park King, and I just don't fuck with him. He's one of Matt's shitty kids, and the one that I like the least.
Okay.
Since we're on the subject, and I broached it a little bit, I want to swallow, even though they lost, Team Disco Ninja Party, Caked Up Carter, and Can I Get a Chance? Actually, they won. They defeated Sonya and Chelsea.
Yeah,
so they got the win. They've been showing the fuck out since they've made their main roster debut in these tag team matches.
Mm-hmm.
They've been killing it. So a joke made in jest taken out of context by Spiteful X versus a group named after a book that says the Holocaust didn't happen. Fair enough.
Good point. Touche. I'm with you there. It's interesting with Katana Chance and Kid and Carter when they come out.
Can I get a chance?
It's gonna take me a minute. When they come out, it doesn't seem like the crowd is too invested in them. Like they're trying to do the little hype shit that they did with their NXT entrance, and you can tell that the crowd isn't into it. But once they get into the ring and they actually showcase what they can do in between those ropes, they get the crowd behind them.
They're
which
incredible.
Is fantastic. No, they're great in the ring. Solid workers. Between them and, like we said, Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn, they should be the main focus, the main like core anchors of that women's tag team division.
Honestly, I was not behind Can I Get a Chance? When she debuted, she was doing the Ninja Warrior thing where she was like climbing up the turnbuckle. I'm like, she can do some cool shit. She's talented, she's got all that, but like I wasn't sure. I am 100% behind this team. Katie and I also talked about it. I don't think that Caked Up Carter gets enough credit for the cake that she carries. Everyone else is it's all Sky Blue, who we'll talk about, and Gigi Dolan and Thakita Lyons and Caked Up Carter deserves Tony Storm. Yeah, she deserves it.
Biggie gets talked about all the cake in his bakery.
It was Vince's job to make that go, and he didn't do it. Vince, spit or swallow?
I'm gonna actually stay on Collision, and I'm gonna swallow the match.
I mean, you didn't stay on Collision. You went to SmackDown, and I went to Raw. And
I know. I said I went to pivot to SmackDown, but I'm gonna go back to Collision. Is what I meant to say. So, rephrasing, correction. Got it. Going back to Collision, so I can finish my Collision. I'm swallowing Buddy Matthews versus Andrade El Idolo. Fantastic match. They did the spot where it looked like he dislocated his shoulder, Andrade, and then Buddy had a knee or ankle injury, some sort of injury. It felt like it was a legit thing. It took the wind out of the sails of the crowd for that match. Apparently, while the medics were checking on them, they were in commercial. We had no idea. It just went straight from start to finish. We had no idea when commercials were going. So we thought this was legit. I thought it was legit. I got worked, right? They continued going back and forth. Fantastic. Andrade out here finishing the match with a figure 4, bridging into a figure 8. Buddy Murphy using that scorpion cross upside down lock that Rhea Ripley does. Fantastic. I like the nod to their partners in WWE. It was a fantastic match. Best match of the night. Best match of the weekend to me.
And after the match, Andrade goes to show Buddy a little respect. Buddy slaps his hand away and gets wrecked by Brody King.
Yes. And then Malachi shows up.
Those are both the injuries they each had and the reason they were out, so it makes sense to play into it.
I didn't even knew why they were out. I just thought they weren't being used. That's how little I was paying attention to stuff. I was just lost in the moment. It was best match of the night, honestly. Great shit, and I'm looking forward to it because Big Time Roosh can join and help Andrade because that's his tranquilo amigo, and then he has his little brother Dralistico that can help him, and we could do Dramatic and Big Time Rush can help Andrade. It can be a 3-on-3 situation,
I love a good 3-on-3. I'll stick with you. I am swallowing the return of the motherfucking Redeemer to destroy Tony Nese. Miro back on my TV, and I fucking loved it. I loved all of Collision. I didn't have a single spit from Collision. I swallowed every last drop of Collision. It collided in my mouth, and it was fantastic. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Miro coming back, smashing Tony Nese.
Yeah, and it was Tony Nese of all people. So, because fuck Tony Nese. I don't care about Tony. Fuck Tony Nese. It's 2023. Fuck Tony.
We only care about one Tony, and that's free Tony D, baby.
There you go. That's the only Tony's D I care about. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. Miro being back had a huge pop. It was literally the night of returns because you had Punk, you had Andrade, and you had Miro. I thought we were going to get Thunder Rosa. We didn't. I thought we were going to get 4 returns.
They had a little thing for her, but she wasn't on the
really.
There was a little package thing for her, but she wasn't actually on. The show.
I didn't notice it, or maybe they just didn't play it, or I just didn't see it. But I just thought we didn't get any Thunder Rosa because she was smack that in the middle of the little LED board thing as you walk out of the United Center inside the arena. She was the front and center. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna have Thunder Rosa front and center and she's not here?
Because she's still not cleared, apparently. Thank you, Jesus.
Between Jesus and Katie, we have all the fact checkers we need. Not you. I can't stand you.
Spit or swallow, Vince.
Let's see. We were talking about pastries and whatnot, so
we were
probably the match that had the most delicacies. Was
I don't know if cake is a pastry.
Cake is a pastry. Chat, is cake a pastry?
If Will is still awake, he can answer that question 100%.
Exactly. Okay, so we had the team of Willow Nightingale versus and Sky Blue versus the Outcasts, Tony Storm and Ruby Soho. I like the match. It was fantastic. Sky Blue had everyone talking for about a week. Still has people talking. Will, is cake a pastry? Swallowing Punk wearing a Danhausen shirt. That too. Swallowing that too. Where's Danhausen?
Where is Danhausen?
We're right here.
I really forgot he was a thing. But I do love me some Danhausen.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm swallowing the women's tag match. It was a great match. Solid pastries all around.
And I'm gonna double down on that because even though I didn't watch it, I heard, I read, I saw that everyone's favorite Chicago cake, deep dish pizza, if you will, Sky Blue.
Really?
Yeah. So everyone's favorite deep dish pizza, Sky Blue. Because it's kind of like a pie or a cake. Anyway, defeated Anna Jay on Rampage tonight to advance in the Owen tournament.
Oh, shout out to her. She's out here winning, man. She's out here straight up winning because she's getting on this roll.
Dan is
here, Hausen. Oh, I love Bakley sometimes. But yeah, no, shout out to Sky Blue, man. She's doing her thing. She's getting pushed heavily. I don't know if she'll actually win the title. I don't know if she'll actually win the title, but she could win this whole Owen Hart women's tournament. She's got that down pat.
I agree, JJ. Fair enough.
I feel like JJ's just saying that because she's the only Indianapolis wrestler she knows.
Noob, I'm well aware of your support of the Russian Crush herself. On every WCW Women Crush Wednesday, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Miro Crush.
And Will agrees.
Noob.
We've been really positive. Let's get a little negative. I'm spitting Logan Paul and Money in the Bank.
Same here.
I enjoyed the fact that LA Knight came in and said that he makes videos for 14-year-old girls. I like the fact that Butch punched him in the face. I'm worried he's going to win when I look at the field of competitors.
Yeah, unfortunately. That's my big worry, is that he might actually win. And knowing WWE, they might actually have him win the title off of Seth.
So yeah, spitting Logan Paul in the bank.
Yeah, same here, man. I'm not happy about that.
Vince, spit or swallow?
You know what? Let me go over to Raw as well, and I'm gonna swallow one of the. We were talking about returns. I'm gonna swallow the biggest return of this whole wrestling week, and that is that is Tommaso Ciampa returning on Monday Night Raw. The Miz had an open challenge. He was going to challenge for Seth Rollins World Open Challenge. That couldn't happen. I'll talk about it in my next swallow. But Ciampa returned, and most importantly, he returned with his old NXT theme song, which was the best thing ever. It looks like he's back to being.
No one will survive.
Yeah, exactly. He looks like he's back to being the old Ciampa of old. I'm all about it. The match with the Miz was fantastic. Shout out to the Miz. Both of them, great stuff.
I agree. You know me. I love me some Tommaso Ciampa. I was an advocate for Ciampa while the smacked NXT boys were all sucking that Gargano cock.
I still firmly believe that Gargano is like the more well-rounded character because we saw him be a successful babyface and successful heel. Personally, yes, but right now I'm enjoying more Ciampa.
Katie and I talked about that too. Sweet Pod, 100% agree. That's what I need. DIY versus KO and Sammy. Noob said also Logan Paul's Prime Energy drink is a safety hazard to children and teenagers. Logan Paul in general is a safety hazard to children, teenagers, and women alike. Katie said no one will survive. No, I agree with you 100%, bro. I'm all.
No one will
about it.
survive if you drink the Prime Energy drink. That's for sure.
Despite the discussion we had about them earlier and Will and Allison's feelings, doing the Lord's work out here, ladies and gentlemen, my boy Gunther wrecking Riddle.
This is why I love Imperium.
Anytime Riddle gets wrecked, Ritter swallows because hashtag Ritter over Riddle.
100%, man. And you know what was great about that is that every time he gets fucked up, nobody helps him, which is how it should be.
Well,
that's the best part.
I was in a chat last night. I said I need that Sammy energy from Devin from Clark Street, or the KO energy from Devin from Clark Street, because he was putting over talking about Matt Riddle, because I gave him shit about coming on here and putting him over and then shitting on CM Punk. Neither here nor there. The fact that they did the whole like anger management segment, where again, Sammy, the villain that he is, out here gaslighting people. Now he's gaslighting his tag team partner, talking about Kevin's anger management issues.
Okay, but doesn't he though? He's been blowing up. He's been blowing up on people a lot. Granted, it's not his
deserved.
Well deserved. It's not his fault. He's surrounded by idiots, namely Riddle, which almost caused him to like lose his bet with Sammy. He almost went off on Riddle. But yeah, no, I'm with you. Swallowing everything like Imperium fucking up Matt Riddle. That's the best thing.
Yep. But no, the fact that KO hates Matt Riddle, I love me some KO.
It makes you become a Kevin Owens fan that much more.
He's sitting there and he's like, the only thing that bothers me is stupid people. And then boom, there's the stupidest motherfucker on Raw right in his face.
Oh man. But kudos to WWE for the timing. The timing was flawless.
Yeah.
I'm never happy to see Riddle on my TV screen, but that timing was flawless to see him pop up right there. As Kevin says, I hate stupid people.
Kevin's being impatient is Sammy's fault because he wouldn't leave the bloodline stuff alone despite KO's wishes of leaving it alone already. I agree.
You know what? Yeah. And TC has been a long-time proponent, and Young Kings Wrestling have been a young proponent that Sammy is not the victim. He is not the victim in this bloodline storyline in any of it. If anything, he is the evildoer. And I'm starting to lean that way too.
I agree. Spit or swallow, Vince.
I am going to. Okay, I'm going to do it in sections, even though a lot of this happened.
You said sex.
Sections, I said.
Sex. Shins.
Sections.
Yeah.
I'm
Sexy
swallowing.
shins?
Yes.
Kyle has sexy shins.
Well, Finn has sexy shins. We just don't see them anymore because he wears tights instead of like the gear that he used to wear. I'm swallowing Finn, starting off Raw by fucking up Seth Rollins, hitting him with 4 coup de grace, fucking him up again in the backstage area, then having like the biggest smile on his face backstage, him coming to the front of the stage with the rest of Judgment Day and just putting on a fantastic promo and giving you that Finn Balor that we've been wanting and that most importantly Seth Rollins has been wanting. He's adding more heat to this match. I can't wait to see this match at Money in the Bank. It's one of the matches I'm most looking forward to. I'm kind of in the camp where I want him to win. Low key, I kind of want Finn to win.
Whose thighs would you rather be between, Kyle's or Finn's?
Who Kyle? Which Kyle?
Pretty Kyle.
Oh, Finn.
The one with thighs.
Finn.
Sexiest thighs in podcasting.
Finn. Because not only do you get thighs, but if I wanted to turn around, I have abs to lick.
Katie has a great point to add to what you said. Not only did Braun Breaker show up on Raw to be like, listen, you're supposed to be the workhorse. No fucking excuses. You better show up. And Seth was like, I'll be there tomorrow. I brought out the guy that beat me 7 years ago, and that's what I've been looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Seth goes to NXT after all of this, has a banger of a match with Braun Breaker, and then gets fucked up again in a whole nother state by Finn Balor. Finn hopped a plane to fuck him up some more.
Oh, he did? I haven't
Yes.
finished NXT. I haven't finished NXT. I got up until the ending of the Cora Jade Dana Brooke match, and that's where I stopped watching.
Congratulations on that, JJ. That's awesome.
Congrats, JJ. No, I lied. I got up until the Baron Corbin Mello promo back and forth, but I didn't finish it. I still have half of.
He came out at the end of the match and fucked him up some more.
That should be the thing. That should be the thing.
They even tried to pull the whole like watermark bullshit where Seth's on the ramp, all happy, the watermark, and then it's like, all right, it's over, but it's not. Here comes Finn.
Oh, I love it because this is kind of like AJ's and the OC's old gimmick of beat up John Cena, except he's doing it better with Seth Rollins. He's actually beating up Seth Rollins and fucking him up. He's going out of his way to pay his own ticket air flight prices to go fly at his Full Sail to fuck up Seth Rollins and then bounce. That's commitment. The level of pettiness and hatred that Finn Balor has for Seth Rollins is what I strive to be in this life. I love it.
My own spit or swallow, but adjacent to yours, was the promo that we got from the Judgment Day after this, where Finn comes out and he's like, I ended Seth Rollins' open challenge, and if you want to sing his song, you can sing it at his funeral.
Great line, by the way. Great line.
Rhea says to respect Finn, respect mommy, that Damian's going to win Money in the Bank, and Finn's going to beat Seth, and that Dom will defeat Cody, which isn't going to fucking happen. Damian threatens Cody not keeping Dom's name out of his mouth. We're not listening to Vince, putting shit out in the world that shouldn't be put out there. And then Dom gets the mic, and the crowd will not let that man speak. He squeaks out a challenge for Cody tonight in a 6-man tag.
Mm-hmm.
In our main event, we get Cody and Sammy getting picked over poor Akira Tozawa to join Cody Rhodes.
I know the feeling. I always got picked last for basketball and volleyball and dodgeball.
It's because you're like 5'6", 5'7", right?
I'm taller than Benji.
Did Benji get picked for basketball before you?
I don't know. We never went to the same school together.
Well, you can't use somebody you can't be like, I'm taller than Benji when Benji didn't get picked before you. The whole point is you got picked last.
Listen, if I'm smaller, I'm the perfect choice for dodgeball because I'm a smaller target.
Noob said Rhea Ripley becoming a meme is a foregone conclusion ever since WrestleMania 39. I agree. But yeah, no, Team Cody also gets the win over Judgment Day,
Yes.
Finn, Damian, and
Good shit.
the guy who's going to lose the Money in the Bank, Dominic Mysterio.
Listen,
I heard what you said, and I hate that you said it because you're probably fucking right about Brock, and fuck you. I don't care.
Listen, I'm putting this out in the ether. This is
on.
what I want. I don't think it'll happen, but in the perfect ideal Vince world, Mommy Rhea defends her title against, doesn't fucking matter because she's gonna defend it. Finn beats Seth for the world title. Dom gets the win over Brock Lesnar, and Damian Priest is new Mr. Money in the Bank. All dubs for the Judgment Day. That's what I want to see.
I just love because now I just picture Benji as the little red fucking dude from Space Jam.
Oh man,
trying to play basketball before he gets the powers. I
That
know
shit's
ROH
funny.
isn't on the radar, but swallowing Trish Adora, getting the win for the infantry. Listen, I know of and look, I support Trish Adora, so yeah, her getting the win. I'm with you, JJ. I'll swallow that. Jesus, I hate you.
Down for the dub.
I invented something new on the Sheet Lead Showcase that I didn't remember. You know how like everyone's like, "Is that the hill you want to die on?"
Yeah.
Okay, so here on the Smackin It Raw podcast, is that the cock you want to gag on, Vince? Dom?
Oh,
Defeating-
100%.
Josh, you heard it.
Wait, are you watching? Are you hearing this? Oh, she's watching Instagram reels.
Well, that was perfect anyway. 'Cause
Perfect
as soon as I said,
timing.
is that the
Fantastic.
cock you want to gag on, Vince? She just busted up laughing. Yeah, no.
No, Matt was just saying that he created a new saying instead of like, "Is that the hill you want to die on?" The new phrase on Smackin It Raw is that the cock you want to gag on? And you laughed right as he said it. It was like the perfect timing. Yes,
So
that is
Dominic
the cock.
Mysterio defeating Cody Rhodes is the cock you want to gag on.
Yes, Dominic Mysterio beating Cody Rhodes and Money in the Bank is the cock I want to gag on.
All right, I've got that. That is going to be a clip. I'm going to hit up TC right away.
I meant if you wanted to die on Matt's cock.
No. You're taking things out of proportion now. It's not even within the same confines.
I'd listen. I'd let you gag on it, but I wouldn't kill you with it, Vince. I like you.
Oh, that's generous of you.
It's you, Spit Swallow.
It's on me. Okay, so
Yeah,
you know what?
Judgment Day.
JJ mentioned our ROH, and ROH is on my radar because I stayed for Collision and we got some ROH tapings, and I'm gonna swallow the Chicago street fight between Kira Hogan and Athena. Fantastic match. They went back and forth. There was thumbtacks. There was table spots. They did the spot with like a bunch of like chairs lined up with each other, kind of like a table. Fucking gnarly. It was all great stuff. They went back and forth. I loved it. Great shit. I'm glad I stayed for it.
I like both of those women.
I like both of those women's too because, well, for multiple reasons, but one main reason as well that they
I also
both
love
share.
a good Chicago street fight. I got to see Gargano versus Ciampa at NXT TakeOver Chicago.
We were. I think we were both there, and so was Justin. Like all three of us were there,
and had no idea who each other were.
That's almost as crazy as me meeting Benji, taking a picture with him, dressed, cosplayed as Breezango, him thinking I'm part of the show, him having a picture of us together before we even met each other on Smack Raw. That shit's fucking wild to me.
Mm-hmm.
To this day.
I am also going to swallow the thing that I put out in the universe to end my Raw swallows. I said we need Trish Stratus in the women's Money in the Bank. I said it on Young Kings. They are tapped in. They heard it. They listened. Trish defeats Giant Gonzalez, even though it's by DQ, thanks to some unintentional interference from Becky Lynch.
The only time I'm ever going to swallow any Becky Lynch content.
Why?
I just don't care for Becky right now. She's on the same stratosphere as Charlotte in terms of I don't give a fuck about them. I understand they're great. I respect them as in-ring talents, but as characters, in terms of like the matches, I'm not looking forward to their matches. I'm not looking forward to their programs. I just don't care. They're at that point for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, Becky got Trish the win. She was brawling out there with Zoe. A little friend, or not even friendly fire, a little misfire.
Mm-hmm.
Catches Trish. Trish gets DQ'd. She goes on. Raquel then got to move on to reuniting with Liv and challenging the undisputed women's tag team champions, which is where she belongs, not in Money in the Bank. Katie is swallowing Bowen's getting a "he's gay" chant in a positive way to celebrate Pride Month on Rampage.
Shout out to Bowens. Shout out.
Vince, better swallow.
I'm gonna go back to SmackDown and spit some things. I'm spitting the fact that we didn't get the fucking Shotzi versus Bayley second chance Money in the Bank qualifier match for Shotzi. Like, did y'all just forget about Shotzi? Are we not having this match anymore? Because I'm all for Shotzi getting that entry into Money in the Bank instead of Bayley, or Shotzi getting that win, or ending it in like a dusty finish, and they both technically qualify in. Because if the men get 7 participants, the women should as well. Because I want fucking equality.
Let's take. Let's take that a step fucking further. You replaced Shotzi Blackheart versus Bayley in the Money in the Bank qualifier that we were supposed to get with Charlotte Flair versus Lacey Evans.
Like, the fuck, why? Like, who cares?
The heel military Sergeant Slaughter gimmick doesn't work for me.
Uh-huh.
I didn't need to see those two wrestle. Then we topped all of that off with Adam Pearce telling Bianca, I can't have you acting up ringside, so I'm going to have to ban you from ringside because somebody might put hands on her and she's going to fight back. You're banning her from ringside for what the people in the match might like. Done.
White privilege. White privilege. That's what that is. I'm telling you right now.
Who was the girl with them? I missed the beginning of that. Girl with who?
I don't know what you're talking about. I skipped a lot of SmackDown. I didn't watch it live. I just fast forward through stuff that I didn't care about.
Why are we talking? When were we talking about QTV shit? But yeah, no, it is. Her name is Harley. She is. They did the "I Put a Spell on You" remix. Scarlett, her, and Shotzi, and also Scarlett, her, and Shotzi released a single together.
I remember that one. It was hot.
Yeah. Also, Asuka like came in to hit Charlotte and like lost her shoes and missed the kick. I love Asuka. I'm not looking forward to this fucking feud.
No, because you're anticipating the worst when it comes to a Charlotte match. That she's gonna win, and then she's gonna drop the title in 2 months.
Hard on for Lacey. Lots of shit was changed by Vince on SmackDown. That possibly that was hearsay.
That's hearsay.
I mean, I've seen pictures of Lacey. I understand why he would have a hard on for Lacey, just not in my wrestling ring.
I concur. I'm with you.
I've only got one more thing for fucking SmackDown, so I'll finish my SmackDown off too. But before I do that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us here live on Twitch and or YouTube, wherever you're joining us live, maybe even over on Facebook. If you are watching the live version of this show, we appreciate you. If you aren't watching the live version of the show and you're like, you know what, I don't like ads, you can go get the ad-free version of this show over at patreon.com/creationworld, where you can also get other great content like Return to Wrestling with me and Travis, where he forces me to watch old WCW and it's actually kind of starting to get okay, but there's still a lot of Hulk Hogan that I fucking hate. You can go check out Multiverse with Travis and Mara, and all of this is for $1. You get a whole back catalog of 2 podcasts for only $1, where Travis and Mara talk about the DC animated movie universe, and they break those down. So if that's your thing, go check us out on Patreon for $1 a month. You get a new episode every month, plus you have the entire back catalog to check out, and you can get the ad-free shows over there on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're watching this live, you're going to have to support our sponsors. I recommend you support our sponsors. I've supported Adam and Eve so much I had to go buy a little lockbox for all of our sex toys to hide so that Zoe can't find them. It's got a combination and everything.
Did you really?
I did, yeah, 100%.
That's wild. That's funny.
I didn't want her going in the drawers and like pulling shit out. So I was like, I should probably lock this shit up so she can't get into it. She's 2. She gets in everything. So yeah, lock that shit up.
Speaking of toys, this is a complete sidetrack, but I love the memes where it's like a Toy Story meme. It's like, oh, hi, guys. I'm Andy's mom's toy. It's just a fucking dildo or vibrator.
Yeah.
That's what I
we
like
also-
to believe happens.
We also have DUBBY, which if you're fucking Andy's mom, you can use to, help keep you up, or if you're up gaming late at night, or if you're just binging all of our shows on Patreon, we got DUBBY that you guys can check out. And then we also have dog.com if you're an animal lover for all your pet needs, or if you just need a collar for your boyfriend and or girlfriend or significant other, they have those. You get those there too. But here's where you can find everything that you need.
Spice things up in the bedroom. Then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Did you see Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creationworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go-to online store for all your dog-related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top-rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creationworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creationworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creationworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try DUBBY, the ultimate energy source. DUBBY is a powerful clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, DUBBY can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, DUBBY is made with high quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix DUBBY with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creationworld.com and order your DUBBY today. And for a limited time, use code CREATIA at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at dubby.creationworld.com for 10% off. Try DUBBY today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
Thought you were going to remove that. Allison said, my friend's kids found her vibrator one day under the bed and then chased each other around the house with them. And that's what I'm talking about. You have to get a lockbox for your shit because kids get into everything and then they do dumb shit with it.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that.
Not even a little bit.
No, Justin says bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay.
My swallow is going to be everything Like, it was very Bloodline light this week, I'm not gonna lie, but everything Jimmy J, Solo, the Usos come out to kick off SmackDown. They talk their shit about how Roman got disrespectful, and that's why he got disrespected. Paul Heyman's a snake that tried to drive them apart. Solo angrily throats Ridge Holland backstage.
That was funny.
Then after watching Ridge get throated by Solo, Sheamus wants a little bit of that, so he comes out, he lays down the challenge. You get a banger of a match that ends in a no contest because Sheamus ate some barricade and never got back up.
That's some stupid shit right there. That's a count out. If he doesn't get back into the ring.
I mean, they were both technically still outside the ring, so there would have been a double count out, which is still a no contest.
Okay,
and then
that makes more sense.
Solo starts tearing some shit up, knocking officials around. Jimmy and Jay come down, attack their baby brother, leave him laying. And then to finish off the night, they DP their baby brother with an Uso splash.
Yeah. It was probably one of the better things from SmackDown, to be honest with you, because there wasn't much positive I can say for SmackDown this week. Let's see.
Holler if you hear me.
Katie says he just pumps iron on podcasts now. It's his gimmick. That's why he's showing off the shoulder. He's really showing off the guns.
Yes, he did destroy a medic and toss some refs around. He was tearing at anything he could get his hands on. But yeah, Bloodline continued to be one of the best things on SmackDown.
Yeah, it was the only good thing on SmackDown this week. Yeah.
Spitter swallow, Vince?
I already know where you're gonna go with this, but I'm swallowing the Thea Hale. I thought it was good. I enjoy it. I liked everything Chase U. Yes.
No, dude, this is your time to speak. I'm just going to make a bunch of fucked up faces. You say dumb shit. Go ahead.
I like the overhyped Thea Hale. I like Duke Hudson hyping her up. I'm interested about like this dynamic with Charlie Dempsey and Drew Gulak being like mentors or teaching her like some wrestling moves. I love Chase U. It's one of those things that like I shouldn't like, but I do enjoy. I like Maximum Male Models. I liked the Acclaim before everyone started liking the Acclaim. I hop on bandwagons and I stay on them. This is the ship I'm sinking on, or this is the submarine that I'm gonna sink on. Huh?
The cock you're gagging on.
This is the cock I'm gagging on. So yeah, I love the Chase U stuff. Tiffany came out. I'm looking forward to this match next week. I'm probably looking forward to this match more than Baron Corbin versus Mello. And that's just because I'm excited to see what Thea Hale and Tiffany can do.
Allison is swallowing the TikTok beef between Chef Reactions and Baron Corbin. Kay said, Matt is 100% me when people say dumb shit on my shows too. Or on shows I'm on too. Spit. I'm spitting the Thea Pepperelli. And here's the thing. Like, it could have worked for me. Tiffany's promo when she came out wasn't great. If Thea wasn't so over the fucking top, I might have actually enjoyed it and it could have worked for me. Thea took me out because her character is too fucking cartoony. It's too fucking much.
I think that's what I like about it.
No, it's awful. I can't do it. I can't.
I suppose. I can get that.
The only kind of charming thing about it is when Thea's mentioning Andre Chase and Duke Hudson's annoyed because he feels like he deserves the credit, but Thea kills it for me. Like, I love her. I think she's great. She really needs to figure something else out because this over-the-top cartoon gimmick shit, it's not for me. I mean, if it's working for people, it's working for people. Not everything's supposed to be for me, but I can't swallow it. I can't.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, Thea is like a Tiny Toon. 100% like a Tiny Toon.
I love the Tiny Toons. Who doesn't like the Tiny Toons?
All right. So I'm done with Raw. And I'm done with SmackDown. Did you watch Dynamite?
I watched it. There was some stuff that I was able to skim through because I had to pause it throughout work. But yeah, we can talk about it if you want to talk about some stuff.
Well, I mean, I thought if you had more notes on NXT, I'd cover some Dynamite stuff because I know outside of Collision, AEW is not really your bag.
I think I have maybe like 2 more things from NXT because I didn't finish watching NXT.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to swallow Mustafa Ali being on some bullshit with these counts of the North American title match. We had a fast count for Tyler Bate. We had a slow count for both guys. Then he starts slapping both guys up. Instead of counting Wesley out like he should have, Lee ends up getting the win. Everyone's confused. He's got a giant smile on his face. I've wanted bullshit heel Mustafa Ali since he showed up in that leather jacket in NXT, and he was being the nice guy, and it bothered me. So this is a little bit of a hint of what I was looking for, what I want, and I'm excited.
Hell, this is what I've been looking for, a heel Mustafa Ali ever since the cruiserweight division, since 205 Live, because he's always been a clean cut baby face, except for when he was like the leader of I forgot the name of the faction, Retribution, and it just flopped. It wasn't serious. Like, so I'm all for like dickish Mustafa Ali, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if back in the day in like those old WWE games, like I think it was like SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 maybe, where you can do a special guest referee match, I'm telling you right now, if you make me the special guest referee and then two other my friends are fighting, I'm doing exactly what the fuck Mustafa Ali did. I'm slow counting motherfuckers. I'm fast counting everyone. I'm not counting the count out outside the ring. I'm fast counting everything. I'm just fucking with everyone because it's fun.
Vince, spit or swallow.
That was actually one of my spits or swallows. So I'm going to swallow my last thing from NXT that I saw. Cora Jade getting the dub over Dana Brooke. It was a good match. Dana Brooke sold that leg injury. She was trying to go for like that cartwheel backflip thingy that she does in the turnbuckle. Her leg gave out. I love that. Similarly to when Buddy Murphy or Buddy Matthews and Andrade did callbacks about their injuries and how they couldn't like connect on certain moves because of them. I always love it when wrestlers go ahead and have an in-ring injury during the match and continuously play on that story narrative. I think that's good wrestling. I'm all about it. I enjoyed it, and Cora Jade deserves a dub. Love Dana Brooke, but she shouldn't be going over here. Right choice, good match, all around swallow.
Okay. Dana Brooke was in it, so I just didn't put it in my notes. I'm happy for Cora Jade. Swallowing my boy Stacks, who is probably the one that snitched. Making sure no one is on to him by capturing Joe Coffey and sticking him in the trunk of his car and driving away like a good Italian boy should.
That's funny. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Tiny Toon Adventures was my show. I feel like Justin is behind.
Justin's always behind. It's okay.
Well, Allison's also talking about Tiny Toons. That was like forever ago.
I mean, she posted that 4 minutes ago, and that's about how long ago we were.
Okay. Never mind.
I mean, you brought
Disregard.
it up. You
Disregard.
put it up there like 4 minutes ago, and you went on your whole thing about Dana Brooke while it was on the screen.
Disregard.
Anyway, let's see. He's not the snitch. Don't put that evil out there. We don't want to believe it. Yeah, no. Swallowing Stacks. Putting Joe Coffey in the trunk. Getting him out of there. Vince, spit or swallow.
I am going to go to Dynamite, and I'm a swallow that we got an actual exciting match for Forbidden Door out of that tag team match between Orange Cassidy, Shibata, Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. and Danny Garcia. All four of them are going to be challenging for the International Championship at Forbidden Door, Fatal 4-Way match. That's going to be a great match. You got Orange Cassidy, Shibata Red, Zack Sabre Jr., and Daniel Garcia. It's going to be a great match. That's going to be one of my matches that I'm going to be most looking forward to, aside from Danielson versus Okada in the main event. So, yeah, I'm swallowing all that.
Okay. I'm going to swallow Malik Blade and Idris Anafe becoming number one contenders over on NXT for the tag team titles because the other options sucked. We've already seen Brooks and Dunn do their thing. Yes. They're not entertaining now that Kiana's not fucking Brooks anymore. And yeah, no, it's nice to see Blade and Anafe get a little rub here finally. So
it's about damn time someone rubbed on Malik Blake and
Idris Anafe.
Idris and Nafe. There you go.
Vince, spit or swallow.
I am gonna gargle the Adam Cole MJF promo, and the only aspect of it that I'm swallowing is when they both told Shivani to shut the fuck up. Shut up, Shivani. That's the only thing that I liked about the promo. I don't like that they were randomly drawn into being like, oh, in this tag team eliminator tournament, you guys are gonna be a tag team.
Can they coexist?
Like, say what?
Can they coexist?
I don't like that can they coexist aspect of a wrestling story, because they did it all the time with John Cena. They teamed them up with Batista, they teamed them up with HBK, with the Nexus. It's like with Randy Orton. At one point, Randy
now one of the biggest wrestlers in the world.
Wait, what?
Top 3. He's top 3 wrestlers in the world.
John Cena?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't like that story narrative. It's like I don't like it when like they did it with Melo and Braun before Braun turned on Melo after his match, you know? And I'm just kind of like not a fan of it. I don't care for it. I don't really care to see MJF and Adam Cole be a tag team. Just let that storyline continue. I don't know. I'm not a fan, but I'm gargling because, and I wasn't in the terrible segment.
Okay. They do it all the time like it's nothing new. I'm swallowing MJF trying to deny Cole his rematch. Like you said, Tony informs them that they have a Can They Coexist tag team tourney match. They both tell him to shut up. And then, for all of you Forbidden Door fans who are all excited about getting in the back door, Mazda Miata shows up on the screen, challenges MJF to a match.
Miata.
And MJF's like, I told you I'm not going to do that. And just like Marty fucking McFly, when you call him chicken, MJF gets called a coward and gets baited and accepts the match. And he will now be defending his title against the Mazda Miata at the Forbidden Door. ICUP Hungry Man Champion Mazda Miata.
It's one of the matches on Forbidden Door where I feel like they did it right. It's how it should be.
See, I don't even know who the fuck I'm talking about. Yes, Tamagotchi is challenging MJF. Jungle Boy is challenging Mazda Miata for the ICUP Hungry Man Championship.
There you go. See, that is a spit because I don't care if you're trying to build up Jungle Boy. He's a junior heavyweight. He's a fucking cruiserweight if you go over to New Japan, if you go to WWE, anywhere else. Just because everyone is small in AEW does not mean that everyone's small everywhere else in the world. He should not be challenging for that world title. And Mazda Miata, whatever, he made a great point. It's like this title,
ICP Hungry Man Champion,
ICPU Hungry Man Championship is more prestigious than the AEW title. Not anyone should be able to challenge for this title. This is the top championship in Japan. Just like not everyone should be challenging for the Universal Championship or anything like that in WWE.
It's easy to fuck up when I don't know who these people are. I literally, when Tamagotchi came out, I wrote some guy showed up on the screen. I had to remind myself who he was.
Well, thankfully, someone reminded you.
All the other big names are,
and that's the big issue. That's the big issue. You have Mox, the Bucks, and Hangman and Claudio all wrapped up in that multi-person match, that 5-on-5 tag match, which I think is pointless. Is not necessary. And then, you know what? Is it on my turn now?
Yeah, I mean, technically, you just spit Jungle Boy versus Mazda Miata. So
I'm spitting the terrible booking 2 years in a row. Last year, they got an excuse. They got to buy because of all the injuries, and they were basically throwing shit at the wall last minute. This time, they had time to plan things out. You're trying to tell me that CM Punk's match is like, apparently, like, I don't know my New Japan like that, right? But this is like an older dude from New Japan's history. Like, he's like a legend, but he's no longer that guy anymore in New Japan. You put him against Naito. You put him against someone else. You put him against.
Are you talking about Sadyoshi Koldzima or Koldzima?
No, that's someone else. That's.
I thought CM Punk was fighting Koldzima.
Well, yeah, but he should be fighting. Titty. So what?
Hideo Itami.
Well, Hideo Itami would be a good match there. But the other one is it would
Kitty
be
Tornado.
Desyre. Yes, that would be my dream match. The cool guy from AEW, the cool guy from New Japan. I don't know, how do you miss that? Like, I'm just spitting all the like missed opportunities with this tag with the. I know what happened there with the whole Kenta shit. They didn't want to.
But he didn't say no. What I read was that Hideo Itami was upset that they were even talking about having a match and didn't even ask him about it. And then he was going to refuse to have a match without a bag. But it sounded like that match got scrapped before he even got asked if he would do it. And he was just pissed off they even had the discussion about Hideo Itami versus CM Punk.
He's not the booker. He's not the booker. It's not his. You're the wrestler. If you're booked for an event, that's the match you're booked for. You show up and you do your job. Like, it's like me being pissed that it gets scheduled on the Wednesday when that's my availability. Like, my job is to go work when I'm scheduled. Unless it's on the day I requested off, I shouldn't be pissed. I don't know. I just think they had a few missteps with the booking of the match card, or like just the match card in general, because there are like a handful of matches that are good, and how Forbidden Door should be like this dream show between New Japan and AEW, but it's not. Half the time it feels like this is an AEW feud versus an AEW versus New Japan pay-per-view. It makes no sense.
I feel like I look a lot like Bray Wyatt right now, minus
Kinda.
having hair.
Minus the hair.
Vince, you know what you missed on NXT?
What?
My next swallow. Raw Underground is returning to NXT. Now, mind you, it's Damon Kemp versus Eddie Thorpe, or whatever the fuck his name is. Raw Underground. Damon Kemp said, listen, Eddie Thorpe's like, I'll give you any match you want. Damon Kemp's like, all right, we're going to bring Raw Underground back. No ropes, you and me, KO, submission. We're bringing Raw Underground back.
I did see that Gable Stevenson, Damon Kemp's brother, offered to train and like work with what's his face? Eddie Thorpe in preparation for his match. I don't understand, how is Raw Underground on NXT TV? Shouldn't it just be NXT Underground?
Well, Raw Underground was like a special thing. You don't call it NXT Underground, like it was Raw Underground.
I don't know.
Night Allison. This will be the last time we see Gable. It is fucked up that he showed up on NXT before he showed up on Raw when he was drafted there 2 years ago. But
yeah,
also in that same segment, Roxanne Perez, with all the feisty angerness, got her rocks off all over Blair Davenport backstage as well.
Fucked her up.
So swallow that.
Mm-hmm.
Vince, spit or swallow?
I think I'm out of spit or swallows.
Well, I am not. So just
how many?
Grab your nuts, sit back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right,
5.
I'll see if I can rattle some off. But go ahead.
I'm going to swallow Seth and Nathan Frazier having a little bonding moment. Nathan Frazier, is one of Seth's prodigies from his school. They got to hang out a little bit. Seth got to tell him how proud of him he is for winning, the Heritage Cup thing. And then also we got a little moment between Seth and Trick Mello. All that was fun for me over on NXT.
Not bad. I mean, I haven't finished NXT, or else I'd have more to swallow, to be honest.
That was my last thing from NXT. The rest is all Dynamite. So,
okay.
You want me to just keep going, or
rattle them off? Rapid fire.
You mentioned it a little bit. CM Punk did make a cameo on the show he's not supposed to be on, Dynamite, along with FTR and Ricky Starks. That is a 4-man team I can get behind. I know Starks is one of the guys that's like, oh, CM Punk was cool. I didn't have a problem with them, which is why I like me some Ricky Starks. They clean house after a tag match and a brawl. So that was fun to see. That was swallow for me. Swallowing Chris Statlander defending her TBS title against Taya Valkyrie in a really fun match over on AEW. That was great. CMFTR Ricky, or CMFT Ricky. There you go. Hi. What is that, Viagra? Did she just give you Viagra because the show's almost over and she needs you to be hard in 10 minutes?
No, I don't need that. No,
You
I'm
don't
just like,
need it, but it doesn't hurt.
no, like, you can't hear it. I'm sick, so she's trying to give me some vitamins, and she's trying to give me stuff for my cold.
Well, if you tell her to stop putting that syrup on your mouth, then your throat wouldn't sound like that.
Stop putting that out there, man. Stop putting that out there.
CMFT Arcs is right there.
CMFT
CMFT
Starks. Starks. You gotta say it with a pirate accent.
So yeah, swallowing Statlander defeating Taya Valkyrie. That was a fun match. It's the one women's match we get on Dynamite. I am going to spit everything Jericho and Sting. I'm spitting the 6-man tag with Murder Grandpa being on Jericho's side. I'm spitting the fact that the 6-man is going to be revealed on Collision. Spitting it all. I don't give a fuck about Jericho and Sting in a singles match, in a 6-man tag team match, in any of it. Puh.
I'm gonna spit if the announcement is that it's Tetsuya Naito as their mystery partner, because he kept teasing that someone that doesn't like Jericho and has history with Jericho, and obviously he had a match with Tetsuya Naito in New Japan. So if it's Naito and you got Naito booked for Forbidden Door, but you don't put him up against CM Punk or someone else, and you have him relegated to a tag match, I'm spitting that as well.
Titty Sewer NATO. My last thing that I have, I am swallowing something that you kind of spit, the BCC stuff with the Counterfeit Bucks and Kenny Blue Omega and their tag team partners, or Hangman Adam Page, because Kenny's got his own match. So Eddie was talking shit about Forbidden Door. Mox comes down, they get in each other's faces because Eddie said, I hate Claudio so much I'll team with the Young Bucks. And that's a lot of fucking hate. Like that there's a lot of hate there. Itchy is the final member of Team Elite. So Itchy comes down, he gets beat down, gets his head stomped by the BBC. And then Daniel Bryan's, talking his shit, and you hear a coin drop, and I don't know why coins are dropping for a Rainmaker. You make it rain with dollars, not coins, but whatever. Katskuchi is here, comes down, fighting off Daniel Bryan Danielson, and Wheeler Yuta. It was a fun way to close out the show for all you Katskuchi fans out there.
It was a cool way. I will say, I do gotta spit. I'm gonna spit the fact that AEW, Dynamite, nor Collision gave me any Lucha Bros action. They were in Chicago. They're notorious for the Chicago indie scene, and we didn't get Cero Miedo, we didn't get Animo, we didn't get either of them. I'm just like, even if I wasn't there for Dynamite, it would have been nice to see them in Chicago. So I'm spitting that. All-American Nightmare Dragon, Jake Long, Bryan Danielson. That's a mouthful.
Clark Street's here. What's good, Clark Street? Also, we talked about how Goldberg should show up at Forbidden Door, and if Goldberg's at Forbidden Door, I'm going to buy it just to see that shit show.
Yeah. Jesus said Lucha Bros showed up on Dynamite. I thought that was ROH tapings that they were actually wrestling in, unless they made a segment. Katie's like, if it's Goldberg, I will lose my shit. I will lose my shit too, because you know what? I'd actually pop for Goldberg being the partner.
But here's the thing, because they talked. So last night, Bakley, JD, and Devin did the WrestleBread podcast, right? Over on the Bloodline Network. Fantastic show. You guys should go check it out. Me and Just had a blast in their chat. Lots of fucking laughs. If you didn't check it out, go check it out. Great show. However, he said, no, they were in the segment you refused to watch.
What segment was that? Because I refused to watch a lot of segments in Dynamite this week.
Here's the thing. Sting and Darby did say that they had someone from Jericho's past that he had problems with. Goldberg is someone from Jericho's past that he had problems with. So, like, you're muted.
Oh, Jericho had problems with him, but it doesn't mean that he had problems with Jericho. Because
Jericho, I hate to say it, but Jericho did take Goldberg down, so I'm pretty sure with the ego on that fucking guy, he's got a problem.
Yeah, probably.
Now, if there's one thing I don't want to fucking see, it's this match, this 6-man tag match I can give two shits about, blah, blah, blah. However, if you throw the clusterfuck that is Goldberg into this mess, it is now intriguing to me. Just for the shit show that it's going to be. It is a car wreck.
It transcends to that point, similar to the Fast franchise, where it's so ridiculous. You're just like, what else can Dom Toretto do? Like he lifted up a car with one single hand. What? That was in the trailer. They showed that in the trailer.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Jesus is saying that the highest rated segment of the show featured the Young Bucks, but you refused to watch it. And then Bakley said it's the one with Jarrett. You're telling me that the Jeff Jarrett segment was the highest rated, like the brawl in the concession stands with the dude. That was the highest rated segment of the show.
That's crazy. Look what Jesus said. In the capital of January 6, 2021. Great answer. Great answer, man. Great answer.
Katie said, "Please God, no." Anyway, sorry. What were you were talking about Dominic Toretto?
Oh yeah. No, it's like if you add Goldberg to the shenanigans, it's like at this point, it's so ridiculous that I'm watching for the ridiculousness of the aspect of the match. Yeah, similar to the Fast movies. At first, I was like, "Oh, what is that? They shouldn't have a car in space." But the second time I watched it, I'm like, "That shit's funny. Like, how ridiculous is that? A car is in space. Ludacris and Tyrese Gibson are in space right now, and they somehow survived."
Like, I'm not an AEW hater. I'm not. I enjoy a lot of stuff that happens on AEW. I love Collision. However, I love when people mention ratings in AEW and they're like almost hit 1 million.
Yeah, that's a big accomplishment. It's like Beetlejuice. He keeps saying his name. He's gonna appear, and I'm gonna be pissed. Goldberg. It's 3 times, right?
I'm not gonna say it, Katie. I want to say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Goldberg.
That's not what I want to say. But yeah, no, he lost, so he has to stop wrestling now, which does make me happy. And that is a swallow. That's my last swallow. Jeff Jarrett lost his concession stand brawl and now can no longer wrestle or has to stop wrestling.
Oh, fantastic.
Amen.
That's great news. Amen.
I think that's it, Vince.
Wrap things up pretty nicely in the bow and under 90 minutes. We're efficient, if anything else.
You want to tell me what your favorite show of the week was? I think we're both going to agree on what our favorite show of the week was.
I think we might have a collision of the minds here, of a collision of opinions, because for me it was Collision, and it was in Chicago. I was there in attendance. It was a great show.
You gave me the Redeemer, CM Punk, Samoa Joe, the House of Black, the Outcasts, and Sky Blue, all on the same fucking show.
Yeah.
Collision was the best show of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
Was there a single segment on Collision or match on Collision where you're like, I didn't enjoy this? This wasn't good. Exactly.
It was not.
Exactly.
Yeah, fantastic. Even Scorpio Sky had some shit I didn't care about, but like I didn't hate it. Like,
no, it was
nice
bad.
He's still alive. I forgot he had a job. Good for him.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Vince, why don't you tell everyone where they can? Why don't you plug yourself for everyone so they can find you?
Okay, well, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SESVince. The link tree in my bio takes you to everything Straight Talk, Smackin It Raw, Creation World, and Get Your Podcast. If you'd like to listen to the Straight Talk podcast, the best way to do so is to not only hit the link tree, but if you just want to actually actively search us up, search up SES Vince in your favorite podcast player. You'll find the show very quickly that way. You can also follow me on YouTube at youtube.com/SESVince. Hit the subscribe button there, hit the like button there, flick the bean notification button so you know when we drop a brand new episode. TC is going to be joining Bashara and myself tomorrow. We're going to be recording some NBA talk. We're going to be talking about the big 3 trades that happened within the last week in the NBA, some NBA draft talk, and of course, like just maybe some small talk on the NBA finals. So more basketball talk. Matt, it's not that bad. You should tune in. But yeah, SES Vince everywhere. Just search it up.
You guys can follow me on Twitter only at MattRidders, at MattTTRIDDER. for your wrestling content. If you want horror content, go follow at Getting Offed. Again, Pornhub exclusive watch along, Scream Triple X parody should be up very soon. As soon as it is, I will let you know. And if you're following Getting Off, you will know as soon as I know when it's up. So you guys can go check that out. And depending on schedules, maybe this weekend, maybe next weekend, we are going to try and get together to do a Getting Off episode for Saw. I got to reach out and talk to everyone, including Vince, and see what their availability is.
Not this weekend.
Okay. Well, if you can't do it next weekend, you're just not going to be on the show. I can't keep delaying the show for you because you can't do it on weekends. That's not how this works, Vince. Because you're like, I want to be on that show doesn't mean the show doesn't happen because you're not free.
I think that's how it should work.
Wrong. Not how I do my shit.
All right.
Guaranteed next weekend, with or without Vince, Saw from Getting Offed.
You saw it here first.
Everything Creation World at It's Creation World, ITSCREATIA World on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, Linktree/Creation World will get you everything you want, including the Patreon, which I talked about. Yeah, Vince, you could just show up whenever you get home if we're still going. You've done that before.
Yeah. No. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what's on tap for next weekend. You're probably going to do it on Saturday or Sunday, so it might still work out. So, like I said, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
See what everyone's availability is. For Pornhub Poppy, Salt and Spitter Swallow, Daddy Delgado, my friend Vince, I am the patron saint of podcast and Warden Mad Ritter, and this has been the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub.
Later, y'all.